You are now one of our brothers and sisters in arms. Tonight is a celebration of you. It is a celebration of your achievements and your completion of all tasks and basic combat training. This ceremony not only honors you, but also those who came before us, especially those who have given their lives in defense of this nation. We're currently standing in an old rock quarry. Back in 1869, when this area was nothing but windswept wilderness, Army soldiers cut, dug, and blasted into this very wall before you to get rock to build Fort Sill up from nothing. The soldiers who would break off the corners of these rough stones to better fit them for use in the foundations of buildings that still stand today. The history of Fort Sill was literally built where you are standing right now. The exact same thing happened to you over the past 7.5 weeks. You came to us as raw, rough, individual stones. Since you arrived, we have chipped away at you to break off the edges that wouldn't fit well with the others. We have put you under intense pressure to make you harder as individuals and stronger as a team. You are now ready to go out and take your place in the Army. Now, when you entered this rock quarry, you were basic trainees, still working to learn all the habits and skills required of you. However, the time for instruction is now over. You will leave this rock quarry as trained soldiers, ready to demonstrate your knowledge to the battalion commander during the period for inspection, ready to show everyone why we are the greatest army in the world. You will leave this rock quarry wearing the U.S. Army patch, which distinguishes you as a graduate of basic combat training. You will leave with the Army values in hand, as an on-the-spot reminder of the values that have been imbued in you since day one. Finally, you will leave this rock quarry wearing your berets, the hallmark of the modern professional soldiers. Soldiers, as I already said, you are standing in the middle of history, not just because Fort Sill was built here, not because you were built here, but because the Army itself has been built here in basic combat training for generations. You stand in the place where countless men and women stood before you who have answered the call to service and who have conquered the trials of basic training. So as you move out to your Army career, whether you stay in for 3 years or 30, never forget that you once started as a rock on Fort Sill. First Sergeant, perform the ceremony.
Battery!
So,
Attention! About face! Drill sergeants, your soldiers have met the requirements. Have your soldiers don their berets.
At the end of the forge, trainees participate in the rite of passage. This is the moment when the legacy is handed down. They earn the title soldier. The new soldiers put on their berets for the first time and drink a symbolic grog. They get a sense of brotherhood and sisterhood, and they know that they are part of something bigger than themselves. The rite of passage acknowledges that the new soldiers have passed a milestone in basic combat training, and it instills a sense of history in them. The ceremony is a tradition for BCT Soldiers Armywide, all with slight variations that make them unique. Putting on their berets signifies that the trainees have earned the title of United States Soldier. They will now stand with their drill sergeants as the nation's newest soldiers.